Okay, Eric, from Iraq veteran, is circulating a petition I signed last night. You can sign it, put the link in below. To pardon Kyle Meyer, aka FPS Russia. Now, a while ago, I heard FPS Russia got swatted, and I laughed at it because I thought it was funny. And it was funny. But he disappeared for a while, and we find out that he got raided again. He had something which I didn't even fucking hear before, called honey syrup. Is somehow related to cannabis or weed or some fucking shit like that. Okay, I'm not 100% certain on this, so let's just take it by the numbers here. FPS Russia, according to what happened, just served 56 days in federal prison because he had this stuff. And part of the reason is if you're with drugs, and it was by definition drugs, if you're with drugs and guns together, the feds have a tendency to call the guns illegal automatically. And it doesn't matter how many forms you have, it doesn't matter how many licenses you have, okay? It doesn't matter what you have, but the feds have a tendency where if you have illegal drugs and guns in the same place, it will immediately say those guns are by definition illegal. And they stretch it out as best they can because, like, well, you're committing a crime, you're doing drugs, and you have a gun with you, yes, so that gun is now illegal because you're with a weapon while committing a crime. And they stretch it out and do the hokey pokey, and next thing you're getting fucked over. And I was watching a clip of him last night, like a couple minute clip of him being interviewed on a radio show. He sounds nothing like, you watch his videos, it's two different people. Okay, Mother Russia, the accent is so fucking fake. Okay, you wouldn't even think about it. Do something perfect, burn him off out of character, so to speak. So what happened was he had this oil, this honey oil, cannabis, whatever the fuck you want to call it, cannabis, and he was busted for it. And they seized $400,000 worth of guns and explosives because he would have these things where he would be in the middle of the field and he would shoot a gun and it would hit some container of something and it would go boom. Okay, but he had, now guys, what the fuck do you do for a living where you can afford $400,000 worth of guns? I mean, Jesus H. Christ. I mean, first of all, $400,000 worth of guns. Okay, if I add up my guns, my ammunition, my comic books, okay, my fucking stock portfolio, my pension, my Social Security, if I add up every single thing that's in my name right now, I will not have $400,000. I would have at most $200,000, and that's adding up an IRA, a Social Security thing, a pension. Okay, that's a lifetime of saving up money. Okay, so you got $400,000 worth of guns. Okay, that doesn't include your car, doesn't include your pension, doesn't include your savings account, doesn't include your stamp collection. Okay, $400,000 worth of guns. Okay, holy shit! And he's fucking 4 years younger than me. It ain't like he's a 65-year-old guy that bought machine guns in 1981 for $100 a piece. Okay, remember Barry? Barry had the opportunity to buy a Mac 10 for $75. But his boss told him he had to pay for his own tax stamp. Okay, and he could have bought a brand new Mac 10 in the box for $75 prior to 1986. And now they're worth between $4,000 and $10,000 each. Okay, so I could understand a guy who is 70 years old. Okay, he's got $400,000 worth of guns because, well, he bought machine guns, they were $200 a piece. And maybe even sold a couple after the ban for 80 grand a piece. So okay, I can understand that. Okay, you make a lot of money, but this guy had $400,000 fucking guns. And I was saying on the law, I was like, I hope that was good shit, because you're getting tuned up on shit, and it costs you nearly 2 months of freedom. It costs you your legal status as a citizen, as opposed to a felon. Plus, you also had money. Because that $400 worth of guns, every single gun is gone now. He can't have shit now. Okay? So, guys, be smart. Okay? But Eric thinks he should be pardoned. And I have a tendency to agree. Because in this day and age, we're all overdosing on opioids. Okay? So when you got guys ODing on opioids left and right in this country. In fact, this country, we have more people die a year from opioid overdoses than die in Vietnam. And that's every fucking year. Okay? The entire population of dead soldiers in Vietnam is less than 1 year of opioid overdoses in this country. Less than 1 year. Okay? And you got doctors that are writing scripts like crazy. Okay, now opioids are legal. They're painkillers. You take them after surgery or after an accident. But they're highly addictive. And some people use them long after the pain has gone away. Some guys use them long after the surgery is healed up because they're now addicted. They're very, very highly addictive. So you got a guy with a legitimate medical problem on opioids with a prescription. But after a while, he recovers from the injury, but he still wants to shit. So because he still wants to shit, he tells his doctor, oh, my back still hurts. Oh, my knee hurts now. Oh, now I have a headache. Give me the stuff. Okay? The first famous guy, the guys are foreign, but the first famous guy was Elvis. Because Elvis would go to the doctor would give him the pad, he would say, I need 5 of these, 20 of these, 10 of these, 75 of these, 11 of these, hand it back to the doctor signs it, he goes to the pharmacy. Okay? And there are guys at doctor shop, they go to the doctor, oh, my pancreas, my head, my ear, my central lobe, my aorta, my kidney, and they just make up this bullshit and they get the scripts for the medications and they overdose on it. So you got guys ODing on opioids left and right, and then you got FPS Russia in his garage smoking shit, okay? It doesn't sound appropriate, you know, this pales in comparison. Now here's the thing with marijuana addiction, marijuana laws. The Constitution says federal law trumps state law. The federal government declares marijuana illegal. It doesn't matter what you think, that's what it does. Okay? Now, a lot of times doctors prescribe marijuana for glaucoma, for cancer. Cannabis oil is good for seizures. Okay? And a lot of this stuff, the cannabis oils and shit, are a lot less addictive than opioids. And a lot less guys die from them every year. Now, if you have a legitimate medical problem for cannabis oil or marijuana, and you have a prescription with a reason, the feds usually look the other way. Usually. Your state law says marijuana is good for medicinal purposes. You have a legitimate medical problem, and you are on cannabis oil with a doctor's prescription. Okay? Most of the time, the feds will look the other way. Unless you're driving under the influence of it, or unless you're trafficking across state lines, or you're giving it to your friend who doesn't have a prescription for it, okay? So, I'll warn you now. That stuff is illegal in this country today. If you have a prescription for it, because your doctor told you to have it, do it in your own home, by yourself, okay? And if anyone stops you to ask you about it, show your prescription, okay? But unless you have a prescription for it, don't do it. I know it feels good, okay? A lot of things feel good, okay? But are you gonna risk your freedom for it? FPS Russia, I thought he was awesome. I love his channel. But he made a dumb mistake. And as a result of that dumb mistake, he's out $400,000 worth of guns. He can't vote. He can't buy another gun. Okay? and that's gonna be for life unless he's pardoned by the president. So I'll put the link below, and if you feel you need to sign, you can sign. Did I sign? Yeah, I did, because I feel that if he was running an abortion clinic, he would have been just fine. Okay, I think that they want to add him because he's got a lot of guns in the house. I don't think an abortionist would be going through this. If he was a Hillary donor, he wouldn't have gone through that. That's what I say. Okay, thank you.